Hey friend, Roger Christopherson here again with another first listen review. This is what I do. I listen to albums, I get on here and I babble about them for a while, and some people enjoy listening to me babble about them, and then they make comments what they feel about it, and that's what we do here. So if that's your thing, you came to the right place. Talking about Marillion today. They have a new album out called An Hour Before It's Dark, live in Port Zélande, recorded in 2023. Just a little bit of my history with Marillion, because probably the only reason you're here is because you are a fan or you're familiar with Marillion. But way back, going way back, I remember I used to listen to this rock station back when I was a kid, just getting into music, and they used to play He Knows You Know all the time, and I didn't really know who it was, but I remember hearing this song. I used to think it was Genesis. So this is like way back before I knew what bands were what bands. But so I remember hearing that song a lot, but all of a sudden they started playing this new song called Assassin, which from first listen I was like, whatever song that is, I'm like, I didn't know who it was or anything like that. I had to listen to it. So I'd sit by, I used to sit with my tape deck and listen to the radio and try to record songs. So that was one of the ones I used to sit there and listen to, and I still have the tape that I recorded that one on back when I was a kid. And of course Kaylee came out after that, which I really liked that song as well. And it was from that point on, I found out who it was and everything. And just a huge fan of Marillion. I remember when Fish left, he went on his own. He did Eternal Exile. I thought that was cool. Didn't sound anything like Marillion at all, but still like the band Marillion. And of course they got the new singer in there, and Steve Rothery, or not Steve Rothery, excuse me, Steve Hogarth. They got him in on vocals. I went out and got that album. It was Holidays in Eden, I believe, was the first one he sang on, and it was quite different. And I still enjoyed that one, but as time went on, I kind of find myself not enjoying Marillion quite as much. I don't know. It's just kind of the way it's been. I still get all the Fish albums. I like what he's done, although none of them sound anything like. I think they're one of those things that together they were better, separate a little bit weaker. That's just my personal opinion on it. I'm not here to cause any big stink about it. That's just the way it is, as we all look at music different. And so I've still continued to buy everything from Marillion, and I got their album last year when it came out, or was it 2 years ago now? An Hour Before It's Dark. I remember getting that one and listening to it, and I was like, just thinking, yep, this is pretty much the same thing as they've been doing. It's an enjoyable listen. But for me, it's not as, I don't know, not as rock. It's more laid back. It's more mellow. It kind of reminds me of, I know they get compared to this band all the time. I already said it once. It was Genesis. I think it's kind of funny. The first singer got compared. I don't think he sounds anything like Phil Collins, but I know he got compared to that back in the day. To me, Steve sounds a lot like Peter Gabriel. So I know people are going to say, no, he doesn't. But I just, he's got that little thing. So it's kind of funny. They kind of flip-flopped like what that band did, and the one that they get compared to a lot. I don't think they sound that much like Genesis at this point. Now, even after you start listening to them a lot, I don't think they did, but I know they got compared to them a lot, and that's the only reason I bring it up, because I think it's just kind of funny that the singing styles kind of flip-flopped what they did. To me, it just seems more like they're going for the longer epic songs. Obviously their last album was like that, and so when I got this album, I was like, all right, I'm just adding it to the collection. So I listened to it. And the live version of An Hour Before It's Dark was exactly, what I expected it to be. It's the same. They just played the album through, did a great job of it. It's fun hearing that. I like listening to live albums, like hearing the crowd in the background, react to the songs and get into it and stuff. Although, this one was a little bit more subdued. The songs aren't quite as rock, for lack of a better description of it. The first CD of this one is just them playing the album over again. Now for me, the most enjoyable part of this was the encore, the second disc too. That was cool. I really enjoyed those songs. To me, hearing them live, I just really enjoyed that more, because I'm not as familiar with those songs, so I hadn't, this is all like stuff. I believe these are all from the newer version of the band, and just they were more upbeat. The crowd seemed a little bit more energetic when they were reacting in the songs, and in between. And so for me, I actually enjoy that a lot more than I enjoyed disc one. Like I said, I don't want to take anything away from it. I'm not trying to make anybody mad with my opinion of that one, but their last album was just another album for me. As far as the encores, I think it's. I'm not a big fan of greatest hits, but they did take some of their best songs from their albums and live. I'll throw them together here for me. I actually enjoyed that, so I'm really babbling on this one because I'm trying to say stuff that's not going to make people upset. But if you're somebody like me who has got the same feelings about Marillion and has kind of fallen away from them and the musical direction that they've gone in the last few years, or actually the last 20 years or more, then this one's worth getting, I think, for the disc 2. The disc 1 was decent. If you're a completist like me, you have to have everything, then yeah, you're going to go out and get it anyway, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with disc 2. So my quick little take on that one, I don't want to babble too long because I really don't have much more to say about this one. Still like the band. I would love to hear them do some earlier stuff. I know it's never going to happen, but I'd like to hear, man, if they could just get together with Fish and do something cool with both of the guys. I don't know. We can dream, can't we? Anything can happen. That's what I've learned in music. Anything can happen. So, that'd be on my wish list to hear, them get back together with Fish and do something cool, maybe a live deal with him and Steve, whatever. That would be kind of fun to hear what Fish could do with some of the newer songs, I think. So, because he definitely added a lot musically, I think. His style made, singers make musicians play a certain way. That's just the way it works a lot of the time, at least in my experience. So anyway, as always, feel free to comment and share your thoughts. They're probably going to be completely different than mine, which is perfectly fine. Just respect each other's opinions, not just mine, but other people's as well. And, keep that thought in mind. I don't like this to be a channel where people fight, but, I don't mind listening to other people's thoughts, and that's what it's all about, to share our thoughts on everything. So that, like, share, and subscribe to keep this music alive, because I certainly would like to hear some more stuff from these guys. I'd like to hear maybe, turn up the rock a little bit more, but that's just my personal little thought of it. But anyway, until next time, we will see you.